Hey guys, it's Ryu with RyuGaming.com, and in this video I'm going to review a strat Astana Dragons uses to take upper bomb site or bomb site A on Nuke. This is a strat that they ran at DreamHack Winter, and it's one of the more impressive strats that I've seen, and I do a lot of these demo reviews. It's impressive for a number of reasons, and before I jump into showing you what each of their point of views look like, I'm going to break down the strat first. So what they had been doing, and one of the things that adds to the strategy a little bit, they had been throwing a lot of smokes outside, usually 2 to 3 per round. They were smoking one short near the mini garage or mini. Then they were also smoking out the big warehouse or big garage, and then they would put sometimes one in the middle here to help cut off all visibility from heaven, from these boxes, from big garage, to let them go secret. And they were pretty consistent with these smokes to the point that they were doing it even when they weren't going to try to take secret to lower. And this round, it actually starts the same way. You're going to see a couple of the T's. You're going to come on the roof, get to their set smoke position spots, and they're going to smoke this out. This is very similar for the North American players or fans. If you're familiar with the popular offense in the NFL right now called the read option, a lot of the plays look the same. And the way that this play gets set up here, the strategy that gets set up here is very similar. It looks and feels the same as a lot of their other strats, especially a lot of their outside strategies. So immediately complexity is put on a different mindset of, are they coming outside? This is usually what they do. These are the smokes they throw. This is the timing they have when they try to take outside. And what that helps do is actually hold one or two of the rotates, which allows the rest of the team for Astana Dragons to get into a better position. So that's impressive in and of itself. We do tend to see this from higher level teams, that they have a couple of strats that all look the same, but that execute differently. So moving on from that, what we're going to see is Angel's going to come outside using those smokes, and he's actually going to sit in the mini garage. His role in this strategy is basically to lurk, and once they execute on the upper bomb site, his intentions become clear as he tries to pinch towards heaven. He actually runs into swag, and he takes swag down in this area here, but you could tell the intentions of the strats for him to come behind and to try to pinch heaven. Now, Doja is going to sit in the squeaky room, which on this overview I believe is here. And he's going to eventually come back and nade, smoke the mini garage. So he smokes off visibility here. And then he's going to flash. He's also the bomb carrier, but he's not going to take the site until his teammates can tell him, hey, go lower through the vents or come play an upper based upon the action in the round. Markelov's going to start the round by just making sure nothing's pushing from this area here into radio from ramp room. So I think he sits here to start. And then what he's going to do is he's going to stand next to the hut. He's going to bounce a couple of grenades in. He's going to throw a smoke that lands outside the hut, and then 2 flashes. And one of the things that's really impressive here is the first flash lands in the site in A through the hut. So I'll just mark that here. And his teammate is actually going to run through and take the bomb site A through the hut facing this way. And that's when the second flash goes off behind him, so it doesn't blind him. It's pretty impressive, the timing and coordination of this strat. That teammate is actually Adren. And what Adren's going to do is, he's one of the guys that smokes outside to start the round, so he wastes the smoke, so to speak, outside. Then he's going to come and he's going to be close in the hut. He's going to bounce a flash in the hut that's going to land in the A area. And then his teammate, Markelov, as his timing is dialed in and the flashes come out, Adren's actually going to be the first one into A, and he comes out of the hut looking this way. And like I said, the flashbangs are going to kind of bounce behind him here. The overview on this is pretty bad, so if this doesn't line up to exactly where it is on the bomb site, I apologize. But because of how vertically stacked this map is, the overlay is a little bad. But you get the point. Adren's going to come out of the hut looking towards the mini garage as flashbangs go off behind him. So he throws one, his teammate throws a smoke, Markelov throws one flash, he comes out the hut. Adren comes out the hut, Markelov throws another flash. Timing on this is really, really nice. And so that's Angel, Doja, Markelov, and Adren. The last player is going to be Kucher. And what he actually does, he's going to come to outside. he's going to throw a smoke that cuts off all visibility from the roof. It cuts off all visibility to heaven. So now this map's getting really ugly here. Cuts off all visibility to what I'm going to call heaven, which is going to be this area for right now. Then he throws 2 sky flashes that are going to bounce off the invisible ceiling and bounce down into the bomb site A. And that's what his role on the strat is. So all 5 players are heavily involved. A lot of grenades are being used, and the timing on this is just beautiful. So I'm going to capture it from each player's perspective so you guys can see what it looks like, and then I'll recap it at the end. So here we're going to see Adren's perspective. He just tossed one of those smokes outside, and now he's going to come back into the hut. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit because the strat timing is right about 1 minute is when they start to execute. And you're going to see here Adren's sitting in the hut. He's going to throw 1 flash. There goes the smoke. Second flash. And the third flash is now behind him as he comes in looking towards mini garage. So here we see from Markelov's perspective, he's getting in a position. He stands on these wires. He's going to throw a smoke with Adren's flash Adren out, and then this next flash lands behind Adren. And he comes to the window looking at the squeaky door, squeaky vent. Here's a real quick look at the perspective of Angel. He's going to jump outside the spot. A couple of smokes are going to get thrown. He's going to flash over. And then he's basically going to sit in the big warehouse until the end of the round. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. You see right about at that 1 minute timing, and you're going to see Angel's going to start to pinch over towards heaven. He's going to run into swag there, but you can see that his goal is to get to heaven on this strategy. So here we're going to see it from Kucher's perspective. This smoke that he's lining up right now is the smoke that cuts off visibility from heaven. I have this on the site, so if you haven't seen it before, go to the Nuke section. He throws that one, and then he throws these 2 jumping flashbangs that hit the skybox, and then he's going to drop and go to the site. That's his smoke, and the flashbangs come raining through this window. So here we see Doja. He's going to stay watching the hut early in the round, just make sure there's no pushes, and then he's going to nade down the squeaky door right at 1 minute, smoke out, flash out again, and head into the site. So that's the strategy. Real quick recap. They're going to throw the same smokes outside that they have been throwing. So the strat looks very similar to a lot of their other ones, keeping complexity, guessing a little bit as to the strat they're going to execute. Angel's going to get into the big, and he's going to lurk towards heaven. Kucher's going to stand on the roof, which I'm going to put I guess in this area here. And he's going to smoke off visibility to heaven, which I'm going to mark off here. And he's going to throw a couple flashes that bounce off the skybox, which I'll demonstrate like that. Markelov and Adren are going to be pushing through the hut into the site. So they're actually going to come in and bounce a couple flashes, smokes. The timing on this is really good. And then Adren's going to come out looking this way while Markelov flashes back behind him. Doja is going to nade out the squeaky door, then smoke off visibility for Mini, which is that smoke that's actually still on the radar, and then he's going to throw a couple of flashes in, and he's eventually going to bring the bomb in and help them win the round. And that's what the strat looks like. So a very impressive strat from start to finish. Mentioned it looks a lot like their other setups, so from a complexity's point of view, you can't tell which strat they're running. The timing of it is very, very well rehearsed. You can tell these guys definitely put a lot of dry runs of practice into it. It involves all 5 players. They all have a role in the strat. They all have nades and smokes and flashes that they throw. So just beautifully executed strat for taking bomb site A on Nuke.